Here were the personal views of folks, according to our latest poll, in terms of their own economic situation, and you have 84% who think their personal economic situation has either gotten worse or stayed the same. Americans are simply not better off after President Obama's leadership.
Well, David, I think also reflective in your poll is a recognition by the American people that President Obama is focused on trying to make sure that the middle class and working families get a fair shake, and that he's fighting really hard to get the economy turned around and has made progress, taking us from bleeding hundreds of thousands of jobs a month to now having 20 straight months of growth in the private sector. And that's why your poll shows that President Obama would defeat any of the candidates in the Republican field right now. Simply because they understand that he's fighting for the average middle-class American to ensure that there's some prosperity for them. And the entire Republican field is focused on helping keep the wind at the backs of the wealthiest, most fortunate Americans.
But Congressman, he's had the job. There have been his policies. You concede Americans are not better off after his leadership.
Well, what I concede is that we do have a long way to go, but we absolutely have begun to turn things around, and we have made steady but not quick enough progress. I mean, before President Obama took office, we were losing 750,000 jobs a month, David, and now we've had 20 straight months of growth in the private sector. We've added 2.8 million jobs in the private sector alone, begun to add millions of jobs in in manufacturing. We're starting to focus on making things in America again. That's what it needs to be all hands on deck. President Obama knows and believes that we need to put the partisanship aside. We need Republicans and Democrats to work together. That's what he's pushing so hard for. It's why he proposed and is pushing for the American Jobs Act. And it's why, because he knows we can't wait, that he's signing executive orders to move the economy forward on his own, since the Republicans won't work with him.
And yet the folks are overwhelmingly pessimistic about dealing with the debt situation in this country. This is an exclusive Politico poll. The full results will be out tomorrow on Politico.com. 69% do not believe that the Super Committee will reach its goal. If he's so committed to bringing down the nation's debt, why is he not in there driving toward a solution? My own reporting tells me from people involved in those talks that the White House has had much more of a hands-off approach to dealing with what the Super Committee will agree to on reducing the debt.
President Obama has absolutely been engaged, but this is a congressional committee, and the members of Congress on that committee need to come together, and we need Republicans to step up to the plate and agree to come to a compromise and not engage in the my way or the highway politics that they've consistently engaged in.
Well, they did agree for tax increases that Democrats have not accepted this week. But I want to ask you specifically about the debt.
Well, no, because that wasn't a serious proposal. Come on, David, that was not a serious proposal. That was not a serious proposal. We need a serious proposal.
Right, well, there was new revenue. There was new revenue that was proposed, but I realize that's still a subject of debate. But
that would result in less revenue overall.
Well, again, that's in dispute, as according to my reporting on that. On the debt, how irresponsible is it that this president has allowed America's national debt to increase by 41% over his term of office?
Well, President Obama inherited a significant debt, one that President Bush handed him after receiving a record surplus from President Clinton. So, I mean, we're talking about a president who inherited the results of 2 wars that were unpaid for, a prescription drug program unpaid for, and 2001 and 2003 tax cuts that went to the wealthiest, most fortunate Americans unpaid for, and had the most significant economic problems that the Republicans had driven us to the brink of economic collapse of any president probably since FDR. So making sure that we could make investments to get this economy to begin to turn around was incredibly important. And this president did that, and that's why we've had 20 straight months of growth in the private sector, and he stopped the decline. That was critical and began to turn things around.
Well, but he certainly didn't stop the decline when it came to the debt, as the debt has gone up. And this was candidate Obama in July of 2008. Watch.
The problem is that the way Bush has done it over the last 8 years is to take out a credit card from the Bank of China in the name of our children, driving up our national debt from $5 trillion for the first 42 presidents. Number 43 added $4 trillion by his lonesome. That's irresponsible. It's unpatriotic.
That's his rhetoric. Should it not be turned on him now?
No, what we should be turning on is that Mitt Romney